New Zealand music on Freak the Sheep.
My absolute pleasure to now welcome in the studio four very lovely people, Felix, Brendan, Vitesh and Omar of Shepherds of Cassini.
Hi, Silka.
Hello. I'm so glad we could make this happen. I'm greatly pleased to have you up in the studio with all of your gear.
Yeah, I'm glad we managed to fit it all in.
And distance-wise, because Felix is in Wellington now, right?
Yeah. It's a wee bit of a hike to get up here. My legs are a bit tired.
I'm so happy because how long have you been around?
Oh, it's been February 2012, so that's like a year and a half.
It's not even that long, but you've got a really, I know you've got some really solid fans who kind of turn up to all of your gigs, eh, Martin? And people come and people really like your music.
Oh, that's good to know.
And you've been awesome through the over a year that you've been around, because you once did a radio edit for me, so I could play your song because all your songs were like 12 minutes or whatever, and that was fantastic because I did play it and it's so good. And now in my little hands here I hold your brand new album.
Yes.
You must be so proud.
Oh yeah.
It's so beautiful too. The audience is sort of like ornamental and it's like a slightly Middle Eastern, I guess, a script on the front and saying Shepherds of Cassini, and it's just really, really pretty. It looks like a really proper album. Yes. Not like a cheap, a lot of people don't put much money also into design, but this is nice looking.
It's got to look the part, eh? Yeah. So just real stoked. The artist really nailed it. We're really happy with his work, Chris Lewis. Thank you.
Good job.
Thanks,
good job.
Thank you, Chris.
So people who have never heard of you before, how would you describe your music? And maybe come a little closer to the microphone, because I think it's...
Post-prog is the best way I can... it's post-rock and progressive rock and a bit of psychedelic. And Felix?
A drunk German once described us as Paul meets Caius.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, drunk Germans. Speaketh the truth.
Or Maha Vishnu Orchestra meets Neurosis.
so you use the post. I think my notes also said post rock, post metal. Do you think there's a scene for post?
There's a massive scene, yeah. I mean, like there's Jacob and Mothra, and there's obviously overseas bands like Explosions in the Sky and Godspeed You Black Emperor. We adore bands like that, and that's kind of our buzz, really. Who
have you been playing with throughout the time that you've been existing?
We've been doing a lot of shows with a lot of local metal bands, just because I feel like metal audiences really kind of get it, They're into the music for the sonics of it, the just sheer pleasure of loud guitars, the sonics. And that's what we're into. So,
how do you write or compose?
It's a combination of, sometimes one of us will come with a riff to the table. Other times we'll just jam it out. Sometimes we'll just jam from nothing, and then we'll go, oh, that was cool. We'll put that in there. It's basically like one song it's like 3 or 4 songs stitched together. Really, it just ends up being a big long symphony. So.
How do you remember it though? Do you have somebody who just writes it down for you or goes, no, remember it was tilly T?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we actually just write what we did, and we just learn from that, and it always works.
And do you write down the notation or the chords and go like tulu-tu, and then it went that 5 times? And
Yeah, we've got some pretty creative names.
What would be a creative name?
Oh, well, they're not that creative. Red Riff.
Spider Riff.
The Spider Riff.
Yeah.
Sludge Dread.
Is there anything we can look out for in what you're going to play tonight? Like one of those riffs that go, like if you say Spider Riff, you go, yeah, well, about 2 minutes and there'll be a...
What's in this song?
I don't know. Yeah, we've got the verse, then we've got the post-rock section, and then we've got the second verse, and then we've got the whole of the second part.
This song, chugga, I think.
Yeah, a chugga riff, yeah.
Chugga riff. What's the name of the song you're going to play for us tonight?
It's called A Somatus Pendulum.
Cool. I will...
Oh, gosh. There's more than one of them, actually, so yeah, Somatus Pendula.
Pendula. Let's have a look. A Somatus Pendula 1 and 2. The album
if you come and see us, you get value for money.
Yeah, let's talk about that after the music. Tell them because you can be seen live very soon, and I think it's probably going to be pretty packed at your gig. But let's talk about it after the music, so people know what they're in for. Let me put my microphone into the center of the room so we can pick up the atmo. and just start. This is Shepherds of Cassini live on Freak the Sheep. Very exciting. And maybe try not to put anything on the table while the microphone. It's just because I think the audience would know. Look, there are spirals. The moment you kind of touch the table, the spirals go boom.
Boing. Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's the only thing. It would be so sad if it disrupts your performance. Really, that's all.
We'll work it into it.
Yeah, cool. Here you go, Shepherds of Cassini.
and so then none of us could find our jeans.
Oh, you're so funny.
Okay, well, I guess this romantic candlelit dinner's been a raging success. Shall we get down to some dirty intercourse then?
Yeah, bro. Couldn't be keener.
Tremendous. All right, I'll just put on a little mood music here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, girl.
Essential oral punishment for sons and daughters of Satan. Death, black, doom, grind, and all the best of the rest from the Devil's Discman. Grassroots pagan power violence, instrumental Christian porno grind, ultra ticky old school crust folk, poo crust pee core. With Liam and the Nature Boy, every Wednesday night, 11 till 1 on
That was just before the ads. The beautiful music you heard. There was Shepherds of Cassini from their brand new album that I just had around here somewhere now. I don't know. Jesus Has It. That's always a good thing to say. Jesus Has It. So the song was called Asometers for Pendula 1. Right?
That was both of them.
There was both of them. Was it? Oh man, it was so good.
No wonder, right?
I thought it was absolutely enjoyable. I was just staring at your fingers going, whoa, look at that. And now change again, and change again. So if people want to get hold of the album, when is it out officially?
Well, our official
Can you come closer to the-
party is on. Okay, our official release party is on Saturday night at the Backbeat Bar on K Road, but we also will be selling some copies early or on Friday night or Friday evening, because we're doing an in-store show at Real Groovy. So pop in at 7:30 on Real Groovy on Friday, and come and listen to us play to Real Groovy folks and buy our album then, and it'll be $24.95.
And the release show is at Backbeat Bar on Saturday.
Saturday, yes.
How much to get him?
It's $5. $5 big ones.
Cheap as chips. And anything else coming up?
There is a gig at Whammy Bar in September sometime.
Oh, that's a long one.
Yeah. It's basically, this is our release
Yep.
week, and so,
Yep.
we've got this and then the 2 shows in the weekend, and that's us for just a little while.
Do you have a distribution deal? Will it be available kind of everywhere? Or
We're working on it.
Wonderful.
Right now it's just totally independent. We've made that album ourselves. We will be putting it on Bandcamp later on, probably from next week. And we're looking at a couple of distribution options.
Decca and Cobb and Co haven't come back to us yet, but we're sure they'll see the light.
Cool. Can we point out a website to the audience if they want to check you out, or your Bandcamp or something like that, or SoundCloud, or?
Our Facebook is probably the best ground central. It has links to our Bandcamp and to our SoundCloud, whichever flavor you prefer. So it's just Shepherds of Cassini Band at the end of the Facebook thing. You know how it works. So.
And
Or you can
Cassini
search
is
for it.
CASSINI.
Yes, thank you for
Like
spelling
Italian.
that out. CASSINI.
How did you come up with that
Okay, well, that was...
in a short
We're
story?
all pointing at Brandon.
It's my fault. Cassini is an astronomer who lived in the 17th century. I probably should have checked my facts beforehand, but I think that's right. And he was the first guy who had a telescope powerful enough to discern that there was actually a gap in the rings of Saturn. It's not actually solid, there's a gap there. And they named it after him, the Cassini division. And it turns out that there's a whole bunch of other little big gaps that they discovered later, and they're caused by little moons called shepherd moons that go around, they sweep up all the dust, and they create these little lanes. So hence shepherd moons, Shepherds of Cassini. That's the story.
Oh,
really.
I like a good story about a band name. Well, thank you so much for coming up. It's such a absolute pleasure to have you here.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you so
Oh,
much.
it's- No, you had to carry all the gear, so thank you. I'm just standing here smiling and enjoying. I have the easiest job. I have the easiest job. I have the easiest job. I have the easiest